Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Thursday. You know what we call it, Friday evening. Look like I'm saying this more often. Look like the days are going faster and faster. It's another Friday Eve. It's another Thursday. I'm Gigi, and I invite you every morning to get your walk on. Get at least 1,000 steps in. This is Walking 1K with Gigi. And I don't know how it is where you are, but it is a beautiful morning, a perfect morning to just get out and walk because this is the day that the Lord has made and we're rejoicing and we're glad in it. Well, first of all, once again, there's been another school shooting in Georgia. Again, we are sending our prayers and condolences. Oh my goodness. You know, someone has said, we sometimes it seems like we get tired of sending these prayers and condolences and something else needs to be done to prevent these types of shootings. And the shooter allegedly was a 14-year-old. Very sad. But we do send our prayers and condolences to those families and the school system and district there. Oh my goodness, just getting into a brand new school year. But we do send our prayers and condolences. Well, as I was reading our daily bread, there was a connection um, to what has happened and what seems like is happening like on a, wow, hate to say a regular basis. And you hate to say that now this is the norm because it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. But as I was reading our daily bread devotional today, mm, there's something about love. Love is at the bottom of everything. It's the foundation of everything. You know, um, Jesus said that the greatest commandment was to first of all love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, all thy soul, and all thy mind, and then to love your neighbor as yourself. And said these two cover all of the commandments. It even covers the 10 commandments. Because if you love someone, you're not going to hurt them. You're not going to kill them. You're not going to steal from them. You're not going to bear false witness against them. And it goes on and on. And if you love, you're going to honor your father and your mother. It all comes under love. So this brings me to my gem nugget from and inspired from our daily bread devotional. As I was reading it this morning, it wasn't the title of the devotional that I'm concentrating on. There was a statement in the devotional that just stood out to me. And my gem nugget today, taken directly from this passage, is God's kind of love thinks of others first. Oh, I love this. God's kind of love thinks of others first. It puts others in front of itself. And the verses are coming from 1 Corinthians 13, 4 and 5. We know 1 Corinthians 13 is the famous, what we call love chapter. But these two verses say, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. And it keeps no records of wrong. You know, the self-seeking part. It doesn't put itself first, but love thinks about others first. Because if this young man had this love, he would have thought ahead. He would have put whatever his feelings were, and anybody that does something like that, they would put their feelings, they would put the other's feelings ahead of theirs, not even thinking how he would hurt someone or some people physically, how it would not even affect the person that he was targeting, but those around him, the families and communities and the school. But love, God's kind of love, thinks about others first. You know, I love that song by Major. This is why I love you. This is why I love you, because you love me. You put me first. Jesus, God put us first. Y'all know what it says in John 3:16, that God so loved the world. He thought about us first, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth on him would not perish, but have everlasting life. Oh, that's something that we really need to think about. We need to put love first. We need to think of others. That's what love does. It puts others in front of itself. That part, not self-seeking, not all about me, but it thinks about others. And I like the conclusion of this devotional. It says that's the kind of loving action that brings honor to God. And he might even use it to bring thoughts of his love to others. With God's strength, let's take every opportunity to show grace and, yes, to show love to others now. Now, now, now is the time to think of others before ourselves, to love others before ourselves. Again, my gem nugget is God's kind of love thinks of others first. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you have a great day today. I hope this is a beautiful day. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of my steps in. But God's love, that's why he said, this is why I love you, because you loved me. You put me first. You know, I remember when Jesus was on the cross, he said, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Because he had enough power. I mean, he could have struck them down right then, but he was thinking about us. He was thinking about us. He didn't want to destroy us, but he loved us so much that we would be saved. And he allowed himself to be, you know, just crucified, the worst type of death that can be. And that, you know, a lot of people think that's a sign of weakness, but actually it's a sign of strength. And because Jesus humbled himself, his Father gave him a name above every name, that at the name of Jesus, every knee would bow and every tongue would confess, because his kind of love thought of others first. Oh my goodness, that's something to think about. That's something to think about. Well, it is Thursday, so that means tonight at 7 p.m., Pastor James E. Gilmore Sr., my husband, will be coming on with Life Study. He's going to have a word that we need to apply to our everyday life. As we always say, it's not enough to read the word and study the word and have it in a nice cover and all of that. It's not just good literature, but it's the living word. And we need to apply that word to our everyday life. So join him at 7 p.m. tonight on Facebook Live and the Gem Nugget channel. Subscribe to the Gem Nugget channel. Tell somebody about the Gem Nugget channel so you can be inspired, encouraged, and instructed almost every day of the week. But be blessed. Be blessed. And don't forget, God's kind of love thinks of others first. All right. Have a blessed day.